things that was symbolic for Israel.
What he told Ezekiel, eat dung, bro.
That's what our job is. We are the glorified punch. Whatever the Lord wants to do unto us, that's what we're symbolic to take. That's why the melting pot. He told Ezekiel, put the meat in the pot. Boil this pot. Take the choice pieces of the bone, put it in this pot. That's what I'm gonna do unto the princes of Israel. I'm gonna boil them, man. So the prophet will come out there and would do that. Jake be like, what is that? Things were symbolic, man. Just like now, man. Jake wants to be. It's not about how good we look, man. Why do you think thorns are in place? Nate is one of those ones we can do. You're defending the devil's spit, man. You are defending it. You're not just rocking with it. You are now telling a black man came Jake and said, look, 501c3 is in the church. Don't say forever. Say, nah, it's not the same thing.
It's called low vibration. That shit right there is about a 60 megahertz vibration. You can't be nothing but stupidly listening to that. Right. Yeah.
Real confusion, man.
We just read it. Did we just read the scripture? It's gonna be confusing.
How's pulling that dude over? Yeah. Why do we gotta be forced to listen to your low vibration?
Because it is a noise ordinance, I guarantee you hear in the city.
That's what we want you to That's not about an image. Like the scripture, when it goes to describe the Pharisees, it tells you, like, look, man, you got men that seek after their own glory. They seek after their own image. Like, people do the truth for the work, but strife and contention. It says you got some that teach you how to shy for contention and strife. These guys, they want numbers. They're not looking forward to the end of this man's society. Because if the end of this man's society comes, their numbers goes away. Because it was never grounded in the spirit of truth anyway. Like what it tells you in John 6 and 63, it says the words I speak are spirit and truth. These guys are they're giving you a change of perspective. Like, why the fuck go if I can get Kool-Aid, if I get Flavor Aid, bro, I want the real thing. Don't water it down. Like you got a pair of Nikes or Jordans or whatever, why you gonna go get the knockout brands when you can afford the real thing? It's there. You know? It's like
Jeremiah 35, 12. It says, then came the word of the Lord unto Jeremiah, saying, thus says the Lord of hosts, God of Israel, go and tell the men of Judah and the inhabitants of Jerusalem, will ye not receive instruction to hearken unto my words, saith the Lord? The words of Jonadab, son of Rechab, that he commanded his sons not to drink wine are performed. For unto this day they drink none, but obey their father's commandment. Notwithstanding, I have spoken unto you, rising early and speaking, but ye have not hearkened unto me. Because the Lord had used Jeremiah. He said, go and ask these men, you tell them to come in, have them drink wine and whatnot. And the Most High knew that they was going to say, no, we can't disobey our father's commandments. Our father gave us a commandment that we can drink wine and we can dwell in our whole life. And the Most High said, okay, and listen to what the Most High got to say. So the Most High goes on to say that you pretty much going to be justified in bringing all the hell upon you Israelites, because you will listen to what men got to say. And the reason I bring down scripture throughout the week is because throughout the week there was a time where this woman was just sat down and she knelt, or she was just kneeling, and she was like, you ain't gonna kneel. They doing the thing now where you kneel for 8.5 minutes or whatever, George. So I just thought about it. I said, wait a minute, you'll be able to go out of your way to do something like that, hold a tradition of men, because they might make it a tradition any time of the day, kneel for 8 minutes or whatever. Okay, sure, to show your appreciation.
That's what that is. That's Islam. Because any time of day when that sound come on that horn, no matter what you're doing, you gotta get out of your car and you gotta get down on the pavement and bow down. Which came from the Babylonians when Nebuchadnezzar said, when y'all heard when he told Shadrach, when you hear the salt butt, the dulcimer, you just get out and you bow down, right? And that's what the brother he read. It sounds like they bring the ancient Babylonian tradition back, man. Bow for 8 minutes. You really bound in Cesare when you do that.
It's gonna come a time that they gonna start rounding people up, bro. That's not adhering to the laws of Babylon. Like they gonna say, well, look, in the ultimate abomination is gonna be this chip. is the vaccination. Because guess what? Hey, if you don't take the chip or the vaccination, hey, then they gonna say, well, look, man, you a terrorist. You ain't bowing down to the image of Baal. Because that's all it is.
When Freemasons take the oath, they got to bow on one knee. When they take the oath, they got to get on one knee.
And that proves that
That's
very
exactly
shit.
how George Floyd had. He quote unquote got taken out. The dude had the one knee on him. He had a pocket in his hand. It was a ritual, man.
And that proves to the spirit that, hey, this is on the subject of marriage. When man get down on one knee and bow. That goes back to ancient Egypt, bro. That goes back to that.
Hey, because in Israel, when Jacob was praying, you said you put on both of them knees. Obey to the Most High. This shit is all heathenism, man.
That's another thing they do too on all the military installations. Every time they play what they call taps, which is basically the anthem, the reveille.
Yeah.
Everybody has to pull over the car, stop, can't drive. And anybody that's standing outside that's in uniform, they gotta go face the direction of the music, stand in attention and salute.
Same thing like if a cop died or a guy that was in the military that was driving over, hey, they'll send a flag back home and y'all hold the ceremony, and bam, shoot the gun.
Hey, then,
Same thing in the funeral, bro. You notice everybody got to get over to the side when the funeral comes through. And when it was in the intersection, the cops, he's directing them.
even in the military, you know, like the brother said, when they play reveille, a lot of us, we right by the door, we slide in. But if somebody like a high rank, you try to slide in and you don't salute, then they can bust you with a RER-15, Article 15.
Right.
And they'll take your rank for not saluting that flag.
Well,
You know what I mean?
That goes to taking your paycheck away.
Yeah, they'll take your paycheck. They catch you running in the building when that song go off.
It's slavery,
Yeah. So they can easily execute something like that. Try to increase patriotism, put a law out there that everybody needs to stop and see.
You know what you guys preaching? Preaching your downfall.
Mark 7:7. Howbeit in vain they worship me, teaching the doctrines and commandments of men. For laying aside the commandment of Yahweh, ye hold the traditions of men, as washing the pots and cups, and many others such like things ye do. And he said unto them, full well ye reject the commandment of Yahweh, that ye may keep your own tradition.
That is marching shit. That's their own tradition. That's a tradition, man. Hey, we've marched around the walls of Jericho, but that was for a particular purpose, man. This is a whole different setup right now. The Lord didn't require us to march on the streets.
Yeah, that's a commandment of men.
Yeah.
Those are most of the things Jake do is a commandment of men. You treat it like it's just like most of the laws and shit Jake follow. It's all commandments of men. But you give credence to that over what the Most High decreed.
And think about it this way, though.
Like it's the worst thing in the world if you're against homosexuality. And when homosexuals being in society, that's a decree of men. That's no fit.
But that's the rock 10, bro. It says that's the rule of the people should be. Hey, because think of it this way, bro. Like, like, okay, let's look at it this way. You got Black Lives Matter on the back. So let's just say that march that these guys are doing, you can equate that to domestic terrorism. You know why? Because if you're marching, technically you're inciting. You're inciting rioting, bro. You're more than 10 and you got 80 men walking up the street screaming and yelling. That's inciting, bro. Somebody can get offended to that and they can do whatever. They can,
if I'm not mistaken, Black Lives Matter was added to the terrorist list.
Hey, and that's the way that they label Jake's so-called terrorists.
Wikipedia is labeled as a terrorist.
That's why that thing is going on in Seattle right now. They gave up the police department. When have you seen that in history? The police department is vacant. They said they came and checked it out and was looking in there. That's your police
But
department.
it's all kind of Seattle.
That's
It's all kind of police with AR-15s and shit up there, man.
Well, hey, look, they said that they vacated. They said they took over 6 block radius. Okay, now think about it this way, right? Now, the police department is just so strong. It's so heavy, right? My thing is this. If you take over a police department, Miami,